Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm your host Lando, and as you just watched the video of the carpenter and farmer, well, as you know, we still need to place him. So that is what we are going to do today. A little bit of a slower video. We're going to set up our carpenter and get him set. Then we're going to do a little base building, set up a little farm scenario, just show you guys how some of that works today. All right, so we just rescued the carpenter. So let's see what the flame has to say. Flameborn, there are barriers beyond our comprehension that shield the chambers from illumination. Pitch black temples dreamt up by the elder ancients, shrouded in mystery. Their secrecy obscures my vision, but it shan't restrict yours. Dive in and lift cover of the darkness. Hmm. New location, sharded. Flameborn, our power yet grows. Thanks to you, our light reaches beyond the mortal realm. It dances on the edge between life and death, searching for lost souls, untouched by the shroud of the elixir. Find such a soul and bring it back. Rebuild this world and rule justly. Well, we'll see. Alright. I'd love to upgrade the altar. I don't think I have enough shroud core. That'll give me more building area. We'll get to that in a minute. So, as you know, we got our second story up here. Farmer's wandered herself up here, and that's fine. She can be up here. I think we're going to set the carpenter up right over here. So let's get his bed out. Yep, pre-built the bed. That's right. And I think this is probably a good place for his bed for now. Phew! Excuse me. Sometimes you sneeze. Alright, there's the hunter. She's walking around talking smack. Alright, get our summoning staff out. No, we don't want to assign that to Emily Frey. Cade Hawthorne, the guy we had so much trouble getting last time. That's the dude. Alright. Yeah, we'll summon him right there.
Hey!
That's his bed, and yeah, we're gonna build him a roof and everything. That's what we're doing this ep. So we'll need our trusty build hammer. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
My favorite.
Yeah, I know you want shelter. Decent place, could be improved a bit. Doors, chests, and such like. Provide me with a proper bed, and I can help you build such finery. Got an eye for details, though, so don't disappoint.
Oh!
You know, Flamborn, I helped build Moena, named after my most peaceful auntie. I've built many a town round here. Ever seen Dydwin? I think I left some of my half-tempered blocks there. Why not check? Finders keepers. I could use some new blocks. Alright, into the new year.
Oh!
It's a new year, a fresh start, and I've been thinking, wouldn't it be nice to celebrate while we can? I once knew this trader who'd come by the low meadows. May. She had a lot of decorations for the Lunar New Year. Her route was always the same. I wonder what happened to her. I bet we're gonna find out. The mysterious Hollow Halls.
ho, ho, ho.
So the ghastly catacombs that house the Hollow are real? My Aunt Ellen used to tell me stories. But well, you know her. Always a tale teller, that one. If old Balthazar has seen them himself, then it is true. Oh, think of the materials, the architecture, the treasures. I wish my little legs could take me there too. Well, we can't all be badasses. And yeah, I know you're missing the bed. What can you make? Oh, look at this. I'll bet this stuff. Yeah. Ooh, a lavatory. Well, we need a place to use the John. That gives us comfort too. A tub, sink. Yeah. Ooh, better beds. Yeah. Yes, please. This will all raise our time. Ooh, scrap braziers. What do we need to make that? Ooh, we've got some resin, some scraps, and some charcoal. All kinds of new light. Yeah. Armor stands. We can display old armor with these. They're cool. Weapon stands for weapons we're not using. Yeah. Good doors. Yeah. Nice windows. Yeah, we can start we can start doing all kinds of cool stuff now that we got this cat. All right. Ooh, new glider and a kiln. I don't have any clay though. Can't make a kiln. I don't have a hand spindle, so I can't make the linen. I don't have any shroud sacks either, so looks like I'm gonna need to go to the Revelwood and get all that stuff. All right, well, for now,
Be seeing ya.
let's get to building this cat's house. All right, we got some flintstone blocks here. I think that's what we're gonna go with. All right. So how about some walls to replace this crap? Nope, don't like that positioning. Like that positioning.
Hey.
Yeah, that works. That works. So I'm gonna just remove this one on the back side. I don't need them double thick. That just wastes material. Yeah. Yeah, sir. Like that, see. You don't want to put in a door frame.
Hey.
Hey, yeah, I'm working on your roof, dude. Stop screaming. Put in a little door frame. Come on, line up. I hate it when they don't line up. There we go. Another wall. Yeah, coming together nicely. Coming together nicely. Rotate it 90 degrees. Are we okay with that? We will be, yeah. I think we're gonna be okay with that. We don't have very many materials, so we gotta go with what we got. I think that'll do just fine. All right. Whoa. I guess I should have put a floor in there, huh? Gotta run back around. Come up here. You know it better with a window. Yep, like it better with a window. And yeah, I realize this doesn't match. It looks a little rough, but I'm not removing all of this stuff. This is just kind of a for now style build. Gonna remove that. Don't want that there really. There we go. Looks like I'm running low on blocks. Yeah, we're gonna build these ruins back up into our own little settlement here. And you know, I think I wanted a window there too. Don't you hate it when you pick the wrong block? I hate it when I pick the wrong block. So let's see here. What can we do about this? Those are in the wrong position, and that's the wrong block to take out. Sometimes when you get down to the small, this can be a little tricky to line stuff up. Just a little bit tricky. There we go. Hi, Emily. What do you want? I'm more interested in speed than detail right now. I'll fix that all off camera. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. You know what I don't want? I don't want that mycelium right there. It's all gonna have to go. Yeah, get out of here. Nobody wants you. You're problematic. Get. And I'm all out of stamina. Alright, we will get rid of that rest of that mycelium later. I just didn't want it there on my build. Alright. And you know, that is just bothering me, so it's gonna have to get dealt with now. I know I said I was gonna do it later, but I lied. We're dealing with it now. Because that's the way it needs to be. See, this is where things can be tricky. I don't really need a long, skinny wall. I need a regular wall about that size. Now, these numbers that you're seeing in the middle, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but that tells you how many blocks you're actually going to use when you put these structures up. If you're trying to keep track, which can be important. Alright, don't need any more skinny walls. I like big ones. Because it helps us get through all of this a little bit faster. You know, I kind of like these open panoramic views. So I think I'm going to keep that open. I'm not much of an architect, so, you know, I'm sure a lot of you out there are better at building than I am, which is fine. I don't mind not being the best. The building is definitely, some people really love it. I mean, I do enjoy it, but it can be very, very time consuming. Alright, that got rid of all of that for us. You know, why not just build us a little path across here, out across to this tower? Because we'll eventually use that for something, right? At least we think we will. Alright, getting real low on rough stone blocks. And, yeah, looks like we need to get a roof on this place. So, let's start right here in the corner, right over Buddy's bed. Oh, I don't have enough blocks. Alright, time to get enough blocks. Gotta go to the bench to make more blocks. Ooh, what's the flame have to say for us now? A year has passed since the first of your kind awoke, and my power has grown, thanks to you. Our lights dance in unison, bound together through a joyous pact. This calls for an anniversary celebration. Venture forth and find attire befitting such an event. Alright, all kinds of new locations opened up. Okay, what do we got going on? We don't need another chest right now. Ooh, we've got all kinds of new blocks. What do we got? Metal, tar, rough,
Oi!
shroud wood, rough wood, mycelium. Okay, none of those I want to use. Where's my flintstone blocks? That's interesting. There's my flintstone blocks. Alright, so yeah, we'll just make 1,000 of those. I usually make them a minimum 1,000 at a time because you go through blocks. Alright, we need some stairs over here to get up in there. I don't think I need a big ass staircase. I think a smaller one will do. Get out of the way, guys. Yep, that'll do just fine. Runs us right up in here. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright. Now, back to my roof. Back to my roof for our carpenter friend. Lord knows where he went. You can change the roam distance and even keep them in a single place if you want for the villagers. There is definitely something to be said about not letting them move around. even that out later too. As you can see, I have misaligned this. And I didn't want to misalign that. So we'll get that taken care of as well. What am I going to do about that gap, you say? I'm going to come up here and use these tiny walls. Just like that.
Hey!
And just like that, there's a roof over our carpenter's bed. How do you like that? Alright, we got to realign these. Yeah, I like windows. What? Yep, I like windows. I think they're cool. More light. I don't like being locked into a dark, dungeony thing. It's a personal choice. Now I'm gonna have to manually make a window over there. That's okay though. I can do that. I think. You have to manually make a window. Go over here. And right click. And just remove the appropriate amount of stone. Yeah, that works. Alright. Yeah. Looking good, looking good. Okay. Boop-a-doo.
Yoo-hoo!
Alright. Come on, line up. And sometimes it'll look like it's misaligned when it's not. When you're doing the builds. And that one was misaligned, even though it didn't look like it was misaligned. It's just one of those little quirks, but it's fine. Alright. Wall there. Now, if you ever played Minecraft, this is definitely not as efficient a build system, but it's a good build system. What it lacks in efficiency, it does make up for in ability to do details. And I'm a fan. Looks like we need some singular blocks. Alright. And sometimes it helps to go into first person. You can only do this in the build area, the first person, which sometimes I'd like it out in the world in combat, but that's not an option, at least not at this stage in the game's development.
Aha!
Hey, you know what? Let's fill in this hole. It's bothering me. And we're running real low on blocks, so just tank right down there. And yeah, another 1,000 blocks, because that's what we're working with right now.
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! Make yourself at home.
You got that spark. We share a passion, don't we? Architecture, art, grave robbing. I mean, preserving forgotten beauty. It's rumored that our queen was buried, although none know where, alongside her curios, and she's got no use for 'em now. She's dead, so why not go exploring? Wow, they're just giving me all kinds of new
Anything
locations. And what do you want, Ozzy?
Let's get it.
Equipment lost. Arg, where is it? I used to have a chest with salvageable materials, but it got swiped. I'm telling you, someone took it a while. I was sleeping in that damn pod. Ask around for me, will ya? Someone here's a dirty thief.
Oh, anything else? Greetings, Flameborn.
It seems we are complete, a meager group, far fewer than expected. Our cinder vaults could only sentinel so few. But we stand strong nonetheless. Together we fan your flames, friend. May your light reach the farthest corners of the land. I don't have anything for you to craft right now. Anybody else want to harass me right now? Yeah, you don't have anything new for me, Ozzy. What does this shield do? Doesn't do as well as that shield, so.
Don't waste your breath.
Alright. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. Maybe build a path across these two areas here in a bit, but for now, you know what? I think I'm gonna build a garden up here. That's what I think. And I think we're gonna build that out of rough wood block. You know what? I've never used metal blocks. Let's go with that. What does the flame have for me? From this point onward, I would require a following to increase my strength. A larger group of believers ready to rebuild and share their energy, their knowledge, their hope. Go on, spread our light. Sounds like I need to get more villagers. All right. Yeah, we're not doing anything with that right now. We need to add some light in here, though. Get up.
Got my hands full, but what do you need?
An equipment chest. Keep it down, will you? Yes, yes, I borrowed it. Wanted to finish some old projects, you know, but if you tell Ozzy, I might lose me other hand. Get this, I'll tell you where to find it if you keep quiet, all right? Carpenter's a dirty little thief. How rude of him. All right. Let's see, let's build a toilet. We need a toilet, a sink. Don't have any resin on me. I think I've got some in the non-magical chests. But hey, a toilet and a sink are good. Need resin and charcoal for that. Don't have enough don't have enough wax to be just making candles. Collector things. All right. All kinds of stuff to go and acquire.
You've got a good eye, Flameborn.
Yeah, we got to get you some light up here, man. Got to get you some light up here. All right. We'll get the light for him later. The next thing we want to do is go get some goats and build a makeshift animal pen and a garden. So let's go do that. I think we're going to build the garden first. We should have let night pass. Finish sleeping. That's important. All right. It's morning again. We like morning time. Alright, and I am going to have to build that path across here and a way up to it if that's where I'm putting the garden. And I think it is. In fact, we may just take that whole wall out where Cade's room is eventually. But for now, yeah. Yeah, for now I think this is fine. Alright, so building some planters out of metal blocks. Alright, so how do I want to do this? Do I want to use 2-meter foundation blocks? That's a lot. That is a lot. No. Alright. Yeah, that works. That works. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna build us up some planters here. Wrong block. Oh, control. Control is what we wanted. Alright. Oh, those look interesting. I've never used those before. I think one more here, and then we'll start cutting across. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. What the hell are you doing? I am building a rooftop garden. I noticed earlier, I had Emily make me a bunch of farm soil. There was a reason for that. And this was it. Yeah. How rude. Alright, so that is the bed for our garden. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to get terrain blocks now. Down farm soil all along this thing. And working with soil can be tough. You can get voids in it. It doesn't line up. Dirt doesn't line up exactly like you'd want. And there is a tool called a rake, I believe it is, that you can use to shape soil. Now, I haven't used it very much. I'm quite bad with it. You know, this is taking a while. Maybe we can speed this up with some larger terrain pieces like this. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much more efficient. And the great thing about using dirt, though, is notice each one of these huge plots still only takes one of the farm soil. Alright, and just like that, we've got our farm beds. All right. And we'll do the rake another time, show you how that works. But for now that we've got that, all right. Yeah, we've got a bunch of penny buns and yeah, I want them all in this bar. So then we'll just take our tomatoes and we'll plant those. And after an amount of time, those will all grow me new tomato plants. And you can use tomatoes to make food. This is purple berries. You've seen me harvest those. So this will grow me some more purple berries. And you can grow them together. Now usually what I'll do is I'll build multiple planters and try to keep just like crops in there. It is best if you build them in an environment like technically you can grow the stuff anywhere, but alright, and that is all of those I want to put out for now because I want to get these penny buns in the ground too. And you can do this, I mean, you can scale this up to any scale you want. I've done some very large, very industrial scale farming in this game in the past. And yeah, you need to hold the button down and run and plant it. I've got one more that needs to go in. There we go. Let's see if I can get another couple bushes in there. Alright, now I've got everything so close together, and I don't know which one of these is going to take the longest, but I'm not harvesting anything until everything is grown. If I pick them right now, I'll have to repot them. So you have to wait. Alright, and the next thing we're going to want to do is we are going to come over here. And we're going to build us a makeshift animal pen. And then we're going to go get some goats. Alright, we're not on terrain anymore. We want... yeah, go back to our rough flint stone. Big blocks. Alright, and really this is more of a clearing operation than anything. If you use the Y key like I was just doing, you can undo what you previously did. Yeah, I don't like using the foundations because they take away more than I usually want. They're useful, but I prefer just doing a slab at a time. It takes longer this way, but gotta dismantle that garbage. Yeah, I'm running out of build area over here. Dismantle that. Dismantle that. Alright. And then really we just need to put up a small fence. And you know, probably Yeah, put in some walls over here. And a roof, because it likes your animals to have a roof. This is, I'm doing this quick and dirty, just rough right now, because this video is running a little long, and I want to go get the goats up in here. Yeah, your animals won't be happy unless they've got a roof, which, seems a little annoying, but hey. All right, running low on blocks. Yeah, we're gonna get real ghetto, and we're gonna mix up some materials. Yeah, just 'cause I don't want to stop and make more blocks right this second. All right. Why would I do that? Because, well, these animals will get out on you, and I don't want that. Nor do I want any wolves getting in. Why not put a door in? Because they'll run out. I do not want them running out it. So yeah, I should keep goats out and me able to get in. At least that's the plan. All right. And there are neater detailed fences. There are all kinds of ways you can do this. All right, back to our inventory. You may remember I had Emily build us up some goat food previously, goat bait, and some farm animal pillows. Well, now it's time for those. All right. Not enough space. You know what? I can fix that. In fact, even better yet, I'm going to do this with terrain. Those metal blocks make a hell of a sound, don't they? You may not be able to hear it, I don't know. Dismantle this debris, yep. Get out of here with that crap. Alright, now let's put in some terrain, shall we? Alright, let's get our animal beds in here. Alright, animal bed. Alright, I got my animal beds. Now let's go capture some goats. That's right, I want to capture goats. Drink some water, eat some ribs, and see, let's put some stuff up that we don't need. And something that was pointed out to me, if you shift click on something in your inventory, you can just drop it direct without too much muss or fuss, rather than dragging everything like I've been doing. I actually did not know that. A subscriber by the name of Scored told me that, and I appreciate it, so shout out to Scored. Yeah, I do not know everything about this game, and alright, and before we go running off, I don't need nails right now. I will always need cloth. I will always need plant fiber. Haven't cooked up the raw game yet, but it's useful. Low on potions, but we're not doing a lot of fighting right now. Get that back in our inventory. I don't need those on me. Okay. Yeah, we need to add some bushes over by our farm setup, but yeah, let's find a place for the toilet and the sink. Let's see. We will hit B. Toilet and sink. Toilet and sink. Well, we'll put the sink inside because we're not Cretans. And the toilet, well, we'll build a proper lavatory later. Oh, but yeah, that act alone, that That's getting us 4 more minutes, 5 more minutes almost to rest. Just adding those two items. Hey, look, there's a goat. This is perfect. Okay, you don't want to crouch down and be sneaking for the goats. Get your goat bait out. And it's questioning me, so I'm going to throw the goat bait at it. It's going to come over to the goat bait. Now, this is how you tame all animals. So now, while it's flashing with the heart, I can walk up to it and I can pet it. And now I can pick him up. That is my goat. I don't want to pet. You got to hold down E to pick up. I don't. It's silly that they're the same command. That actually is annoying. All right, and now I can get a goat feeder, but I want another goat. Because if I've got two goats, goats can make more goats. Now, why do I want goats making more goats? Well, you get a few extra goats, and goats make goat milk, which is a better drink than water. And then water can just be used for farming. You'll still want to collect the water because those seed beds will use up a lot of it. All right. You guys killed all the goats. They've probably killed all the goats. But hey, I can always use more ribs. You got ribs? You got ribs. How about you? You got ribs? Yep, I can always use more goat ribs. Alright. Yeah, they put a goat down over here. I'm afraid I'm not going to find any more locally. Hey, honey, always want honey. I'll take that. Thank you. Alright, well, anyway, we got one go. I'll get another one and show you guys how that works later. And since we got goat, we're gonna need goat food, which requires corn cobs that I don't have. We're also gonna need a goat feeder. Oh, and a cat bowl. Yes, you can get a cat. Cat's a ways off. I prefer the dogs myself. Alright, so we'll get that. And, yeah, looks like we've got some corn seedlings. So we can grow corn cobs for goat food. And, yeah. We built our goat feed. All right. That was silly. So we're gonna take our goat feeder, come over here to our goat pen, and there's our goat. So that's our goat. There's our goat food bed. And all right. So I couldn't find another goat today. There'll be one there for you next time, and I'll show you all of that. Get the food going for them. But anyhow, yeah. Disappointing I couldn't find the other goat, but we got a carpenter. We got some building add-ons done. Got our planter going upstairs. Looks like I need to build a good way to get upstairs too. Yeah, look at that. Just everything growing. Looks like these penny buns are ready for harvest. Yep, they sure are. So that means more potions, tomatoes. And, yeah, looks like we are all ready for harvest up here. So, okay, those looks like the berries weren't quite ready for harvest. We're gonna have to let those grow a little more. I think those need to say collect on the berries, but we'll double check that next time. All right. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. This little peaceful episode. Little building, little farming, little goat acquisition. And like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me you love it. Tell me you hate it. Be good to each other, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.